Hello, beautiful. How are you, handsome? It is a pleasure to be back with you on this wonderful Sunday night. I hope that you all have enjoyed your weekends tremendously. I hope that your week ahead is going to be very prosperous, it's going to be very peaceful. I hope you get the desires of your hearts and God meets all of your needs. So, this is your nugget of knowledge on this lovely Sunday evening. And I am coming to you all again this evening discussing those lovely fine motor skills. This particular exercise tonight is gearing towards the infant and toddler stage. Of course, the infant age starting at about 12 months. Some of them may start at about 10 months, but definitely all the way up until they are 18 to 23 months. So you might as well say all from 12 months all the way to 2 years old. We have all saw this particular activity probably when we were infants. You have definitely saw it when you have went down your toy aisles. If you happen to have your lovely children in the stores with you, they sell them in Walmart. They sell them in Target. They sell them on Amazon. They sell them at just about any store. I believe they even sell them at some dollar stores. So again, as a recap, we were talking about those rolling pins, working on those fine motor skills with this portion of your hand, how to fully develop their hands to be able to write properly, and be able to do different activities with these lovely things we call fingers, so they can be able to write and to do different activities with their hands. The hands is one of the most important thing of child development. Amongst other things, we will touch base on those things in the future. So as of right now, we are focusing on fine motor. So we have all saw this before. We have definitely saw this. Initially, you think, well, it is designed for you to fit, go from large to small on here. But what you do not know, or some of you may not know, is that this can be used as a fine motor skill as well. It is part of, the checklist for a child as they are growing up to be able to pinch and pick up objects with their fingers, okay? So, of course, we're going to start with nothing on here. And what you don't know, too, is that this screws back on. So as they get older, you can even take it a step further by breaking this toy down all the way down to these two parts. And you have to stick this inside of here and twist it to get it back on tightly. And of course, you may have to reinforce it to get it tighter. Not that tight so it pops back out. But you want to reinforce it to make sure that it's back and it's sturdy. But we're going to break it on down just to this. So we're going to sit this here. And the object is to pick up the ring to be able to place it on here. Now, of course, you all cannot see it, but I have all of them down here with me. So these are some of them. So, of course, looking at these three in particular, we know because we are adults that the blue one is the largest out of the three. But if you have them all down on the table, your child, your son or daughter, is going to pick up the one that is most attractive to them. We know that the largest one is the blue one again. But if Sally Mae picks up the yellow one first, the goal is to watch them be able to pick up the object. You're picking it up. They might want to turn it into a bracelet. It doesn't fit on me, but they may want to turn it into a bracelet. But the object is to pick it up and to actually place it on the stacker. This is a ring stacker. The object is to pick it up and put it on the ring stacker. I do not want you all to focus on, no. That one doesn't go on first. That comes later. That's gonna come later. They don't know the difference right now between which one is large, which one is small, which one goes on first, which one goes on last. They don't know that yet. Now, let me retract my statement a little bit. You may have a child that is advanced, and they might put the yellow one on first, and then they may try to put the blue one on, and then they might try to put the green one on. And then they're looking at it like, well, that's not what mommy had, or that's not what daddy had, so they may take it all off. And they might want to try to be bright, as we know that they can be, and put it on the correct way. But the object, when you're practicing your fine motor skills, is to pick up the ring and put it on here. You pick it up with your 2 fingers and put it on here. They may even pick it up like this to put it on here. You see how your hands are developed, wrapped all the way around there? If they take it and do like this, you don't want them to do that. They need to put it around the ring or pick it up like this and place it on the stacker. That's what they're supposed to do. You're pinching the objects to place it where it's supposed to go. We are not focusing on what goes on first through last. We're focusing on picking it up, putting it on the stacker. That's what you all focus on. Now, as they get older, and they start to be, 22 months, 23 months, 24 months, and so forth and so on, then you can practice on what goes on first to last, in between what goes on, first all the way through the last one. There's 5 rings that goes on this stacker. You can't focus on that then. But right now, you're only focusing on them picking it up, putting it on the stack. They're picking it up, putting it on the stack. And every time they put it on their stack, you might have to do hand over hand. That means you are picking their hand up, placing it where it needs to go, and then putting it on the stacker. Practice them hand over hand, picking it up, putting it where it goes. You show them, let them try it. If they make a mistake, you hand over hand prompt them, and then you tell them to pick it up and put it where it's going. And you keep repeating that over and over again. If you practice that for a good 15 minutes straight, guaranteed in about 3 weeks, they will have that down pat where they no longer need your assistance. And then at that point, you can just tell them, okay, let's go do the ring stacker. And before you know it, they'll be picking it up, doing it all by themselves. That is what you want to get out of this, and it helps with your fine motor skills. They're using these parts of their hand. This right here is so important. This pinching. You want them to pinch. You want them to do this by picking up the objects. Picking it up, putting it where it goes. You can purchase this for less than $10. If you don't want to purchase anything and you just want them to practice picking something up and putting it inside of a bucket, even if you have an empty cup and you want to tear up some pieces of paper towel that you have at home, pinch the paper towel, pick it up, put it in the cup. You can do the same thing. I'm very frugal. I did go wild with buying my child all these different types of toys because he is my first and he has everything he needs and more. But that's a different story. But if you want to be frugal and use what you have at home, I support that 1,000%. You can do so much learning in your home with just the objects you have. Everybody knows when the stove is hot, the first thing that in our culture, in a black culture, the first thing we learn is hot. The stove is hot. The oven is hot. We don't go in the kitchen. Everything is a teachable moment in your home. So I support 1,000% you using what you have in your home to teach your children. But this can be purchased for less than $10 at Walmart and Target, on Amazon, and your dollar stores. It can be purchased for less than $10, guys. So let's stop being a little cheap and get our children some learning devices so you can help them. The goal is to pinch, pick it up, put it on the stack. If it was on the table, pick it up, put it on the stack. You're not teaching them what goes first, second, third, and fourth. You're not teaching them any of that. You're teaching them to put it on the stack to help their fine motor skills. The letter L on your finger will be your focus point when you're picking up objects and you're trying to teach them how to write eventually. All right. So thank you all for joining me for your nugget of knowledge. I believe this is number either 10 or 11. I have lost track because I enjoy doing this with you all. I don't even keep track of that kind of stuff. If you have any ideas, if you have any particular questions that you would like to ask me for your particular age group of child, please feel free. Don't ever hesitate. If you feel like I'm saying something wrong or incorrect, rebuke me in the name of Jesus. But definitely let me know. This is being posted on my Facebook as well as my YouTube channel. You can just find me on YouTube. I don't remember the name. I should probably start remembering that, but it's there. So thank you all. It's always a pleasure. Keep God first in everything you all do. Be your number one cheerleader for your child. Every time they put their ring on that stack, oh my gosh, you did it! Yay! Be your biggest cheerleader for your child. At the end of the day, if they don't learn it at home, they'll learn it somewhere else, and it creates a world of trouble for y'all in the future. So always support them, always love on them, always give them their praise and encouragement. It starts in your home. Okay, guys? I love y'all. Stay beautiful, stay handsome, stay blessed, keep wearing your mask, stay safe. Thank you.